Okay, the subject today is music scheduling, how and why. The history of music radio. First of all, we really didn't have to schedule music until we were actually playing music on the radio. I always like to start out with restating the obvious. And the funny part of this is it only took 70 years to automate the process of scheduling music, from the first music that was played on radio till the first computer that scheduled music on a station. Let's start with the beginning. There's a guy that works for Westinghouse Electric in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and he had a little house in Wilkinsburg, Pennsylvania. His name was Dr. Frank Conrad. He was an engineer, and he decided to build a radio station. Marconi had been doing some experiments in Europe, but this was the first real station in America, and this was 1920. And Dr. Frank had this little setup in his basement or garage or whatever, and this is it. This is the actual picture of it. You can see the little microphone there was actually a telephone, the telephone that you talked into in the old days. And to play music, he actually rolled in his Victrola, this little wind-up record player, and put the record on and play it on the radio, because basically Dr. Frank couldn't talk that much. So he decided that music would sort of fill in the gap in time. And by the way, when he first went on the air, there were no radios. And the reason they did this was so Westinghouse, that wanted to get into the radio business to sell radios, this was once again driven by economics. That's probably the important lesson. Then in radio in the beginning, there were hit parades. Whatever it is, whether it's restaurants, movies, music, there's always someone that's putting together a compilation, a list that these are the best, the top 10. We've always had that. And in the old days, the top 10, the hit parade, was really just to sell sheet music and piano rolls. This is a song here, Dancin' with Tears in My Eyes by Rudy Valley. This is a guy, Todd Stores, who is very famous in radio circles. You'll see him in textbooks. And he came up with the idea while sitting in a diner watching the waitresses put money in the jukebox. He would go in there every morning and have breakfast, and he realized after a while that the waitresses played the same 10 songs over and over again. And so that was the invention of Top 40 radio, because he figured those were the songs that people really liked. So obviously 10 became 20, and then actually 10 became 40, because someone said there's no way you can play 10 records over and over again.